Hello everybody, welcome to the Finger Lakes Regional Airport. It is a little bit snowy here. We've had a return of winter. It's 22 degrees. I'm kind of almost sort of wondering why I'm out here today. Tomorrow would have been better, but schedule-wise, today is better for me. And but we're here. So no snowy owl here today, no sightings from what I understand. And we'll do our best to have a decent tour today. Weather is not good, and there's been snow on my way here. Looked kind of windy as I drove by the lake, Cayuga Lake that is, and well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll have some good bird watching, but you never know. Speaking of schedule, remember I said last week, and it looks like, I just want to remind you, next month, I think it's the, let me look at my calendar here. Yes, the 18th, the weekend of the 18th and 19th, we will not have a tour next month, just so you know. So, while we have time, let's get underway. Like I said, 22 degrees. I'd say it's mostly cloudy, but right now the sun is kind of sort of peeking through a little bit. You can, yes, I can see it kind of, but not clearly. It's, it's powering through some clouds. I did hear a snow goose while I was here, and I looked up and I saw it. It was just one in the air. Snow goose has a slightly different vocalization from the Canada goose. They're similar, but I mean, and I'm sure the real bird experts would be able to easily tell. But for me, I often have to listen more carefully. But I heard that sound, and I thought, oh, that must be a snow goose, and it was. It's almost like the sound of a small dog barking. Oh, what do I see? Hold on one second. I see an American crow in a tree. So anyway, we're not staying. There's no owl here to see. We've had, we definitely had better luck last winter than this winter in terms of seeing snowy owls. I see a vehicle ahead. I wonder if they're looking for a snowy owl, but I'm guessing they'll be as disappointed as I was. See a couple more crows to our right. So I really don't know what kind of a tour we're going to have today. I have a feeling, well, I don't know. I was going to say I have a feeling it won't be good, but this sort of weather might, if things work out for us, it might tend to have birds more concentrated in terms of various areas. But I really don't know. We were having some fairly mild weather. I can't speak for Montezuma exactly, but we were having fairly moderate weather, this week. And then, sure enough, yesterday it became cold, and into today, and tomorrow it's supposed to be warmer. Now, maybe it's a conspiracy of some sort, maybe not, but it seems like we keep having this, where we have warm weather, and then it gets cold for Saturday, and then it warms back up again to more mild temperatures. I'm, just putting it out there. I've seen myself only one red-tailed hawk today, and that was on my drive here. Not an individual that I knew, so I didn't see my neighboring hawks this morning, Betty and Barney, or Phoenix. Didn't see any of them. And believe me, I looked. Anyway, this is the, actually it's the first time in a while, okay, see, I just saw grackles and a northern cardinal, and I believe dark-eyed juncos. I saw, actually as I was driving here, I nearly stopped. I saw what looked like a large flock of grackles in a cornfield. But that was a while ago. I see in the air some geese. I guess, I don't know. Canada geese. We are going to go to the other side of the airport and take a look, just in case. But I highly doubt that we'll see an owl. The gentleman inside had indicated, no one had seen any, and I'm guessing he's had a look too, because he probably had to clear the snow off the runways. Anyway, a number of Canada geese are in the air, and just now over the road ahead of us, a little bit. I'm not going to say that this weather means anything, but remember, I had heard that prediction that we would have a late spring this year, although we've had a mild winter, so, and I can't claim to have studied the forecast for the next several days, so I don't know what's coming our way. I just know that tomorrow's supposed to be a return to weather in the low 40s, I believe. At least, I think it was at least in Ithaca I was looking. And it did not look at the forecast for the Montezuma area. You can see it is bright. I mean, it's not like it's really dark and cloudy. It's cloudy, but I mean, it's right now the sun is, it's getting thicker clouds are coming in front of it, but a couple things this week. I see a crow ahead. The other day where I was, it was just crazy weather. Wasn't particularly cold, but this storm came through and heard thunder, and I think I even saw some of the lightning a little bit, not directly, but like, just flashes, of brightness, and there was like hail / snow / sleet falling down, and just strange. It ended up covering, cars and things like that, like snow would. So, I mean, it wasn't just strictly hail that bounced off and went nowhere. Sorry. So, nothing going on here that I can see with the naked eye. I'll look a little bit more closely in a moment with binoculars. The other thing I saw happened on, I believe it was Tuesday night. I wanted to attend a meeting, and I walked out to my car, and I looked to the west, and the sky was, I would say, mostly clear, not completely clear, but mostly clear. But in this area, what I saw, the sky was nice and clear, and I don't know if maybe you all saw this, or maybe some of you saw this, in like an arc, and immediately I called a couple people for them to go look and see what I was seeing. Just a beautiful, beautiful sight. And while I regretted not being, I didn't have a camera with me. I guess I could have used my phone. But somehow and maybe I should have. Somehow, whenever I've taken photos of something like that, or tried to take a photo like that, it wasn't just like those three celestial objects. It was how they were, giving some light to the surrounding sky. So instead of being just black sky, it was like a dark blue. So you'd want that captured along with it. And somehow I've never been able to take a good photo of anything like that, or at least not one that I've been happy with, because it's like I simultaneously want a closer view, but also the wider view. And I guess really maybe the thing to do, and I was actually discussing this with someone the following day, maybe the better thing to do is to zoom in a bit, so you do get some magnification, you do get to see things a little bit more closely, but do a panorama. So do a series of photos and then stitch them together. I think maybe that would be really the solution. But it was a beautiful sight, and I knew that the following day it would be much different. Maybe Jupiter and Venus would be relative to each other about the same distance, roughly, at least to the naked eye. I figured, though, that the moon would be in a different position, and the moon would be in a different phase. And sure enough, it was. Of course, we had clouds, too, but... it was beautiful. Flying away from the road, I didn't see them. There were some sparrows of some sort. I don't know if there were any juncos with them. I would not be surprised if today does prove to be a fairly quiet day, but I don't know. I've seen this week, continued some continued sightings of like red-winged blackbirds. I saw one today, for instance. But I also saw in an area where I would not expect to see one just yet, unless it's, one that has returned or whatever. I did see one robin, and what I'm getting at is, we see robins sometimes, fairly often during the winter in various spots, but those are those are spots where, okay, we can kind of expect to see one. We've seen them before. We know maybe they're wintering there. But where I had seen a robin was, from my back window view from home. And, when it comes to this time of year, or at least I should say, I don't usually see them there during the winter. So it just made me think that this one was either a migrant that has returned, or maybe one that had been wintering but is now reverting to more springtime behavior. I did go to Sable Road. I didn't see anybody. And I'm now getting, because I took that detour, I'm getting my first view of the northern end of Cayuga Lake. And from here, anyway, it looks like it's not frozen over. Maybe we'll, after we're done here in the Montezuma area, maybe we'll stay, keep the cameras running. And, you know, at least part of the way. I'll say this, though, for much of the way where I did have a view of Cayuga Lake on my way here, visibility was poor. Now, that was then. Visibility was very poor, and it looked, the water was quite choppy. Here at the northern end, the waves don't generally seem to, be as large for whatever reason. So maybe we'll see some conditions that are a little bit calmer here. When the water is really choppy, trying to watch birds on the water, it's not quite so fun. Or I should just at least say it's a lot more challenging. So anyway, this is, we've, I'd say overall, this winter, just taking it on average, we've seen more snow in Ithaca than we have up here on the ground. So this is the first time in a while we've been up here with, a lot of white stuff all over the ground. And really covering things. From here, it looks like some of those areas that, well, I don't know if they're frozen or not. Some of those areas that from here we've seen swans and things, they look like they might be at least covered with a layer of ice. It did get cold overnight, and it's still pretty cold now. At according to my thermometer, 25 degrees. I was looking at a forecast on my way here. I have a weather program here in the car, and it looked like, there's a decent chance we'll be seeing more snow today, so we'll see what happens. Just saw a mourning dove to our left. But by the way, on Thursday, see some starlings. On Thursday, I saw a report of a red-shouldered hawk, as a rare bird alert, and they're meaning it's rare for the location and date. And I can't remember the exact location. I think it was somewhere in Ithaca, somewhere Tompkins County. And that had me thinking, we saw a red-shouldered hawk last week, as you may recall, and we saw one actually the week before in the same location. I see some Canada geese, by the way, in the air. I think they're Canadas. Okay, green light, gotta go. And actually the alert was due to a report by Jay McGowan of the Cornell lab, and he mentioned that it was maybe early or overwintering. I can't remember exactly what he said, and it had me thinking, maybe I should report the one that we saw last Saturday. Or I should at least, post into eBird and see if it shows it as a rare bird for the location. And sure enough, it did. So I completed the report. I actually had the wrong location in. I had listed it as a Seneca County location. It was really in Cayuga County. And actually, I posted it and indicated that we had, video available. So I pointed to the live stream recording. And I actually received a note from Jay McGowan encouraging me to, add some information and also to, correct the location. So, and I was wondering if that would get anyone's attention because, we had not a great look because of lighting, but we had a good look in terms of proximity anyway. So that was a nice thing to share. I'm seeing nobody here. No red-tailed hawks, no rough-legged hawks, no nothing. Hold on a second. Do I see something? No. And again, we saw one in that same area 2 weeks in a row. So, and I would imagine it was the same one. Who knows? Might not have been. But I posted it because I felt, if there is, a thought that maybe they've returned early for some reason or whatever, I thought I could contribute to just the general thought in one way or another. I've mentioned before, when it comes to eBird and rare bird alerts, sometimes even if I know I'm seeing what is considered a rare bird, I won't bother to post if it's already been posted by 1,000 people. If like for instance with the roseate spoonbill, not last summer but the summer before, I did post it once because it seemed like no one knew where it might be, and I happened to find it, so I thought, okay, this is worthwhile. Same thing with the wood stork in that same time period. But if I'm seeing in a given location dozens of reports by various people, I don't bother to report it also. I mean, I don't feel it makes a worthwhile contribution, really. That's my own opinion. I mean, if I'm clearly seeing the same bird that everyone else is seeing, I don't find it worth reporting myself. I find it, you know, for whatever reason, maybe I'm just not really, you know, acclimated to it. But I just don't care for the whole way that entries are made into eBird. I know it's looking for a lot of information, but I find it not to be useful in terms of locating a species. You know, here, show me the... It's not easy for me, anyway, to find... Okay, here, show me the snowy owl sightings in this space over this period of time, or recent, just in general, or whatever. I just don't find it convenient. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I've said it before. I think it's more checklist oriented than species oriented. I see a couple swans in the air over Shockey. Are there more swans there? I don't know. Anyway, happened to notice those. And looks like maybe some gulls. More gulls. And Canada geese. I can't remember what the high temperature is supposed to be, but it's, I believe it's supposed to be pretty cold all day. We'll see how that works out for us. As I've mentioned, I mean, it could work out very well for us. It's very possible. You know, if certain areas are frozen, and you know, the open areas draw more activity, that could be good for us in terms of just seeing birds. Now you know, as I open the windows and close the windows, we may have heat shimmer from the heat retained in the car. A couple Canada geese there. You can see the water is, if not frozen solid, it at least has a layer of ice on it. By the way, it's not like I have the heat set at 1,000,000 degrees in here. It was at 69 degrees, but sometimes my car just decides, oh, I really need to blast it. There's a car in Mays Point. Oh, they're moving, okay. Meaning, maybe they don't have anything special on their sites. So, to our right, looks like there's at least a layer of slushiness. I think I see an eagle. But I'll look down here. You can see there's some layer of slushiness or ice, and then there's open water. Now, over here on the other side, looks like there's an eagle there. Well, something was flying, and I don't see it now. But it looked like a raptor the way it was flying. Is that a crow down there? Yes. Anyway, it looked like a raptor, but it somehow seemed lighter in color. Maybe I'm wrong. Swans. Blue-leaf tundras. Okay, let's switch cameras and see if we can have a look at that eagle. Oh, another eagle just flew in. So we have the two. That crow flew there. There's another, I believe, crow, and I'm not sure what, I mean, for all I know, these are fish crows, but here's another crow. Sorry, I can't focus. And we'll switch cameras and take a look at those eagles. Oh, I forgot something. Forgot to get the other camera ready. Hold on a second. I gotta look at something. What's that? Nothing. Never mind. So this eagle's immature, but it looks like it's starting to really develop those head feathers. Sorry, we have heat shimmer, but clearly it's developing the white head feathers. Well, the tail's starting to turn white as well, I would say. And as for its fellow tree mate, let's see if we can have a look at that one too. Maybe the same situation. Let's see. I looked like maybe not quite as much. No. Not as much on the head yet. This crow just flew over here. Maybe one that we've already seen. And we'll look at that other one that I couldn't focus on well earlier. Let's see if we can get a better look now. Okay, we're going to move on. Just another look or two at the eagle. Okay. Some more Canada geese here. Looking around, I don't see anything else, but let's take a quick look at the Canada geese with this camera. Looks like a mallard with them there. And that is a common merganser. Good to see you. It was a female, by the way. Okay, let's continue. See, a couple other cars behind me. You know, they're doing what we were doing just back there a little ways. It's like, you know, I think they're bird watching also. That's my point. And to our right, the water looks like it's got a layer, yes, a layer of slush or, another eagle here. Hold on. Gulls on our right also, and a couple crows. Let me just pull over a little bit. Anyway, another eagle. We'll take a look at it. Looks like it's also another immature / juvenile. And I hear a tufted titmouse, I believe. Peter, 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 Peter. And there are also, I don't know if I can get them because the rail might be in the way. I can't get them. There are more Canada geese there as well. Let me just look with binoculars, see if there's anything else. No, just some Canada geese. Might be able to get them with this camera, just because well, there's crow over here, and I believe it is an American crow, and there's some, hold on, I can't tell who that is through the windshield. I'm not sure. It looks like it might be a blackbird, but I'm not sure. The additional Canada geese, as I mentioned, they're over here. And that eagle was right here. And I hear a cardinal, northern cardinal. That other suspected blackbird is no longer in that tree, so I don't know what it was. I could lose you anywhere today, really. I had a hard time getting everything to start up, and had to switch my communications gear. For some reason, one of them just, I don't know, just decided, no, not today, I'm sleeping in. Pigeons to our left. Let's take a look at the pigeons. I often say that they're there, but we don't look at them. just on power lines, but they're often here. Hello, pigeons. Somebody in there. You know, pay attention to things. You never know what can happen. Yep, I just saw a blue jay. And what I'm getting at in terms of paying attention to things, how did I know it was there? I didn't. It was in here. But what did I see? I saw all of a sudden, not a lot, but a little bit of snow falling. And I figured, you know, it's worth a second look. Maybe something disturbed it rather than it just falling on its own or from from a breeze or something. So I, just took a look, and sure enough, there was, I saw a bird move, didn't know what it was, and then when it flew out of that area into, a nearby perch, I was able to see that it was a blue jay. But again, sometimes you need to just keep your eyes open for any kind of a clue. Anything from, a movement, a shadow, maybe just a bunch of people standing and clearly looking all in one direction at something. If you're out and about, you never, they were to our right. One did continue to our right. They seem to have scattered a bit, and some went to our left. And who's up on the power lines? 1 second. Starlings, European starlings. But everybody kind of scattered, so let's keep moving. The starlings were kind of dominating my bird feeders today, no surprise. I don't mind if they eat, but I don't want them to take it all for themselves. Here and there. Mourning doves. Yes, mourning doves. Their usual skittish selves. I have a feeling we're not going to see anything up ahead, but it's always possible. I see. Oh, I think I might be seeing snow buntings. Possibly. Hold on, let me just look ahead very quickly, and then maybe we'll just turn around right here. I just want to see if there's any kind of activity that's notable. No. And no surprise. Everything's just either frozen over. Just drag a little bit because I saw another bird. I'm not sure if they were snow buntings or not, but they looked like them to me, and possibly some horned larks. I think there they are. or at least there are some of them. Hold on. That looks like a lark, horned lark, which is not a true lark from what I understand. So the way the ground is working is not going to work in our favor. So this is a horned lark. There seem to be a few of them. I may have seen some snow buntings, I'm not sure. Oh, everyone is flying. Definitely saw snow bunting. Hold on. And they've all flown relative to us, behind us. Let's wait here. And there are still some birds in our view, but no snow buntings as far as I can tell. 1 second. I don't know where those other birds that flew behind us are. In the distance I see in the air 3 crows. Okay, we're going to move, I think. We're just going to begin our return. And wouldn't mind seeing a snow bunting and having a good view of one. I'd love that actually, but no one in sight. Let's begin here. Again, the ground is working against us right now, just the way it rolls. Okay, we're gonna move on. I see a bunting, I think. Oh no, it's another lark, horned lark. Okay, I can't see it right now. And nobody else is within my immediate view, so let's continue. I am fairly certain I saw a snow bunting, or 2 at least, but we never got a look at them together. I guess I have bird seed I could give them, but it's in the back and not easily accessible. I should have moved it where I could get to it. I am torn in terms of putting out bird seed for a couple reasons. It's nice to have it out there for them, but in a way it's unfair in case any of it germinates. You know, these are agricultural fields, and you know, they may not want the weeds. On the road, oh, that was a mourning dove. Mourning doves flying around. I saw another mourning dove on the road. Sorry. Look like horned larks again. And I'm not sure if they are. I'll be right with you. Gotta deal with something. put out a little bird seed for them. So they'll have to find it, but it's right here on the edge of the road, so hopefully they'll find it and have a little something. And you might say, "What? You know, why? Why are you doing this?" Well, unfortunately, horned lark numbers have been dwindling, and I don't mind helping them out a little bit if I can. So I mean, it's right to our, it's to our left. And they'll have to come back this way. Where are they? They are well away from here, but I didn't want to go to them and scare them. They're up here. Hopefully they'll come back and find the birdseed here. We're going to turn around right now. I don't think we're going to go all that way. We have not had much luck doing so anyway of late. And, you know, we're following the same pattern we would looking for instance, especially sandhill cranes, but I don't think we're going to see any cranes. Although sometimes we do still see something around, but we'll turn around. Hopefully they'll come back this way, and I don't know if that's really birdseed that they'll eat, but it's worth a try, you know? Unless it gets covered by more snow or something, or, you know, somebody will find it. Thank you for bearing with me. Every once in a while, if you can just, I don't mind giving somebody a little hand, a little helping hand, you know? That's why I feel good when I, you know, put bird food out for my you know, neighboring feathered friends, and when I just know that, you know, when they find their way to my, you know, right outside my window, I know that somebody's maybe having breakfast or whatever, and maybe just having a slightly easier time. It's especially good when you know, it's like it's been a really cold night, and, you know, sure, the birds can handle it, but they need food to you know, to help their bodies produce the warmth that they need. And it's just nice to see, you know, first thing in the morning, if it's really cold, there's somebody out there having breakfast. Yeah, just like it. What because I do not feed them year-round, just saw a starling and another, and a number of others to our right, just past them. Because I do not feed them year-round, I will admit that, you know, at the end of the feeding season, I feel guilty, especially if I see a bird that's been coming, you know, if I see birds that have been coming around every day and all of a sudden there's nothing there, I feel guilty about it. Hey, what gives? Where's the food? But I don't put the food out for a number of reasons in the warmer months. And I figure that, you know, by then food is more plentiful and readily available, you know, by natural means, and it's okay. don't happen to see anything major. Major flocks of anything. No minor flocks of anything. Nothing to the naked eye. Oh! There are a lot of horned larks. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Off the road. They're up ahead. I don't know if you can see them, but they're up ahead and off the road here in this little loop that is often or generally clear. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that they can find it here, and I'm going to put the rest of my food out. Maybe somebody will find it and have a meal. I don't know how something that's supposed to be no mess can make so much mess. You know? Anyway, that's it for that. Alright, we'll just back out the way we came. Hopefully they'll find, not nicely spread out, but it's better than nothing. Hopefully they'll find it and have something to eat. Okay, I don't see any kind of major activity. We did see some decent activity. Was it last week we saw snow geese? I believe so, but I don't see any today. I did see, I couldn't really see out on the lake as I drove here earlier. As I mentioned before, the visibility was poor. However, I did see on 2 occasions flocks of snow geese in the air, flying, I would say, away from the lake. I don't know if they had come from the lake or what, but they were flying, in the opposite direction. And I'm guessing they were heading towards some agricultural field or something for grazing. More larks there, horned larks. I keep saying larks, and really my understanding is horned larks are not true larks, so, Anyway, whatever that means. But we're going to... I see a car in that area up ahead that is often used for observation and park. Oh, now looks like it's moving out. I didn't see anything in the distance or anything, so we'll just continue and we'll go near the Seneca River and see if maybe there's if there's someone we've seen the last couple weeks. See if that red-shouldered hawk is still around. So the border with Cayuga County, I think, is right nearby, as I recall. Okay, so there's some Canada geese down on the Seneca River that we're over right now, and now we are about to pass a line that indicates Cayuga County. So now we're in Cayuga County. We were in Seneca, and now we're in Cayuga. And I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anybody. Let's go in here. Might as well. I was trying to narrow down for my eBird correction on Thursday. I was trying to narrow down the location for our red-shouldered hawk sighting from last Saturday. And looking at a map, I couldn't tell what year it was that the overhead satellite photo had been taken, but apparently this parking area was not here at the time. I couldn't find it at all. In the photo, I couldn't see the year that the photo was recorded. I'm not seeing anybody now. And I think I found the actual, spot that this parking area is in. But I just, I didn't see the actual paved area. Right, I don't see. I was hoping to, see the red-shouldered hawk again around here, and it might still be in the area, but at least from these viewing areas, I'm not seeing anybody. And the other thing about feeding the birds, as I think about it, even if the conditions are generally simple and easy and not nothing overly bad in terms of weather, I don't mind helping a few birds with the bird food because maybe it's just a break from just the hard work of finding food for them. Even if they can find the food, maybe just making it easy every once in a while that's okay too. what I'm getting at is, you know, as I've mentioned in the past, you know, the birds have to work 365 days a year, so I don't mind giving them maybe not a whole day off, but at least a little time off. And quite honestly, and you've seen it, I'm sure, at you know, various bird cams that are focused on feeders, or if you have a feeder of your own or two, it's not always easy even for the birds to use the feeders because they keep chasing each other off, or you know, they compete for the food or whatever happens. So it's not as simple as getting there, relaxing, you know. But like I said, I don't mind helping them out. Hold on a second, I gotta just do a little something here. Like I said, I don't know if that food is truly no mess. You can buy, like from Wild Birds Unlimited, you can buy, you know, a no mess blends of bird seed, and primarily they mean no shells. So you don't end up with a lot of empty shells to clean up. I see a car ahead that's pulled over. I don't know if they're seeing anything in particular. It could be they're looking at the horned larks. I don't know. That's my suspicion. Yes, horned larks are flying around here. Let's continue on. We don't have a lot of time to waste. Realize, so for me, in total, for the entire day, I've seen one hawk. I've seen a few eagles, including the very first bird I saw this morning. I believe I just saw a dark-eyed junco fly away from the road, and another one. Welcome to East Road. Looks like in the distance there is a crow in flight. And, oh, some smaller birds. Oh my goodness. Who's this? I didn't see them. So the horned larks are the ones with the yellow chins, let's say, or cheeks, and the black eye masks. The snow buntings have the lighter heads there, if you want to describe them, and the white bellies and breasts. I'm going to back up a little bit so I can get my mirror out of the... So here are American tree sparrows. Oh, everybody just took off for some reason. And many are returning, so let's stay here. That's a horned lark there at center. We've got some tree sparrows close. Let's see if we can get a good look at them. That's not a tree sparrow. That's a dark-eyed junco. And there may be, oh, that's the same one. Hold on. So here's some tree sparrows. Let's get a good look at them if we can. Notice the rusty cap and the spot at the breast. The dark spot. Okay, so those are the tree sparrow. Let's see what's further up. More dark-eyed, well, dark-eyed junco and mostly tree sparrows. But more dark-eyed juncos. And now we're starting to see also some horned larks here. And there's a snow bunting at center. A couple of them right there, snow buntings. Now, here are things to look at with the snow buntings, for instance. Look at their small conical bills. The horned larks, for instance, I think they have longer ones, don't they? Actually, the tree sparrows, the American tree sparrows, have small conical bills as well, I would say. But let's see if we can get a look at a horned lark's bill. I wouldn't mind seeing. I think they're longer and more pointed, thinner. Not much, a little bit. They're thinner. They're definitely a thinner bill, not as rounded. Now I'll say this about the snow bunt. Oh, everyone just took off. The snow buntings are not in their winter. I'm sorry, in their breeding colors. I've never seen them myself in their breeding colors. I don't know if that ever happens around here. They're not in their breeding grounds. Here's a bunting. And most of the birds are returning to the ground where they were. This one will too, I'm guessing. Right. Okay, just a few more moments of looking at some of these beautiful birds. Oops. Dark-eyed junco, and here is a close American tree sparrow. Looks like the junco is a little larger than the tree sparrow, if I'm not mistaken. Notice what that little stepping action that the tree sparrows do. I think a lot of sparrows do that. Hear the crows in the distance. We're going to move on pretty soon, but it's been nice to see these various species. 4 different species we've been seeing here. Dark-eyed junco, American tree sparrow, snow bunting, and horned lark. I think I hear, hold on one second. Yes, I see, I don't know if I can show them to you or not. I don't think so. We're going to switch cameras. Now let's see if we can get by without disturbing them too much. I do see some red-winged blackbirds. I think we will probably end up disturbing them, but they might just come right back because they did that with that other pickup truck that had gone through. Here are the blackbirds. Really, very much in many places along the side of the road, and no surprise, as I've mentioned before, you have a day where much of the ground is covered with snow, and these areas right along the road get cleared out by snowplows or whatever, and that can draw the birds. I just hope somebody finds the birdseed I put out. So I suspect what we'll see down below and in the marsh is probably going to be frozen, or largely so. So we'll see in a moment or two, see how things work out. Oh, hold on, I got the equipment deal. Okay, that's better. Yes, it looks like things are back to winter. But as I mentioned a week or two ago, East Road doesn't have to be, all about and only exclusively about the marsh below. Obviously, it's a major draw for birds at various times of year. Different sorts of birds might be seen, and I'm not even gonna show you. There's nothing to see down there. Well, I'll show you. I'll just show you what it looks like. But you know, and right now the snow is really falling again, and it's the visibility is just awful. So I don't know if there's much down there, if anything. So we're moving on. As I was approaching the airport earlier today, I started to think, well, you know, maybe today's going to be a shortened tour because of the weather, and you know, this could be just a brief patch of snow. Let me look at the weather map here. Yes. So, well, there's a lot of cloud, a lot of something covering our location right now, and it looks like that might be the case for a while. Right now, though, if I'm looking at the map correctly, looks like Ithaca is not under this whatever, and who knows? Things might be better there than they are here. I think we're going to start making our way back towards Ithaca, though, sooner rather than later. I'd say overall, though, I mean, I would have liked to have seen more so far. Oh, who was that? I don't know. But especially because of those smaller birds, for instance, I've enjoyed some of what we've seen. And we've seen eagles, and we've seen Canada geese, and we've seen, well, a few swans in the air. Crows, gulls. Did see one, well, we've seen, I think, 2 ducks today. We saw a mallard, and I think just one. And I know we've seen a female common merganser. That's it for the ducks. Still see that eagle there. Skip Maze Point. I think we're going to skip Shockey Pool. as I indicated, you know, those other areas that, you know, I drive right along Cayuga Lake, I didn't see much at all earlier today. Now, who knows, the conditions might be actually a little better now than they were then, but I suspect not much of it. See some Canada geese to our left on the ground. And looking primarily at the still at, for my, you know, personally for the entire day, one hawk. And I have to say, that was just, it was on my, you know, shortly after I began my drive, it was just a lucky sighting. Come on, Light, let's go. Please lift your feet for the upcoming railroad tracks. Coming up in 3, 2, 1, now. quite honestly, I enjoy, going to these areas and, seeing nice birds with you and everything. It's wonderful. Really enjoy it. Beyond the northern areas, I don't enjoy it as much, especially once we've passed those areas where I'm just, there are no good viewing areas and we're just driving along the road and I have signal issues and everything. That I don't like. Okay, so I see some swans. I also see a northern pintail and some other birds. Hold on. Let's just park here. The swans are not going to be in good view. I see at least one northern pintail. If I'm not too late to see it. Hold on. They're behind there somewhere. And, well, further out. These are farther out. The pintail was closer, and along with some other birds. Who is that? Hey. That is a ring-necked duck. Notice. Hey. Notice that white triangular shape at the shoulder. That's the male. Oh, those are American widgeons there, but I saw a northern pintail. Okay, well over here there's some more birds to look at. That looks like another ring-necked duck. Yes. I think I hear some swans in the distance, some tundra swans. Widgeons. Who is that? Oh, are those scops? That's a Canada goose. That's a pintail. See? Male northern pintail, and that may be a female also. I believe so, yes. But these, here, this will be a good study. Oh, are these no, they're not ring-necked ducks. These are scops. I'm not sure if they're lesser or greater. I think lesser. Now, oh, back here, that's a good thing to see. See that triangle? The white triangle? Sure. I don't know where the swans are. I suspect they're over to our left and maybe relatively far away, judging by the way the sound is, and we're not going to be able to... those are ring-necked ducks there at center, two of them, two males. Pintail. So actually a nice little variety here. Not a huge number of birds, but a nice variety. We've got 4 birds flying in now. Ooh, this battery's almost dead. Were they mallards? They might have been. I'm not sure. Hold on. I don't know if they were mallards or not. I definitely hear the in the distance the tundra swans. Oh, that might be is that a tundra swan? Probably. But I hear a lot of them making a lot of noise. Let me see if I can look back with binoculars. No, there's nothing within view. Not that I see. Okay, hold on. More swans. But it sounds like there are quite a few swans elsewhere. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, hold on. I just saw a northern harrier, my second hawk of the day, and it was, oh, there it is. I see it, but not well. It's through the trees. I think I just heard a pintail vocalization. I don't know where the northern harrier is. Just see if maybe we can find the... Oh, I see it now. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Nope, it's out of view again in the trees. I don't know if I can get it. Okay, well, I'm not supposed to do a scope freehand, but I did. You saw it briefly, the northern harrier. Kind of surprised to see it flying over the lake like that, but it did. A few more swans here and there. We'll have to switch batteries very soon with this camera. I just heard a chickadee, black-capped chickadee. Let's stop right here. Mallards, a crow, or two, and a little farther out, more pintails. Oh, hold on. Not entirely freehand, but better than nothing. Kind of freehand. So that was a northern harrier again that flew by, and we have here a number of northern pintails. That's a mallard pair with them right there, male and female. And the forehead aren't at the same exact angle, so it doesn't appear to be one straight line. But their difficulty is obvious there in terms of seeing that distance. So let's look at some of the other birds that are a little closer. We've seen some pintails since we've arrived. Also a northern harrier flying around a bit, some Canada geese, American crows, mallards. I mentioned the widgeons, and here again are mallards and northern pintails. Again, it's snowing out, so we're not getting the greatest of views. We've also seen a ring-billed gull or two. So not too bad. in terms of varieties. Mallard. Oh, and we saw also American black ducks. Oh, is that a redhead? It is. What you doing there? See how with the redhead, this might give us a chance to look at its forehead if the snow will get out of the way. It seems like it has a more rounded forehead, I guess. Hope it's okay. Why it's there, I don't know. I'm sure it's okay. Well, I'm not sure, but probably. Probably just hanging out. So let's see how it's not a smooth, straight line from the top of the head to the bill. So when you can't see colors, maybe that's how you have to identify. We're going to move on very shortly. Okay, let's move on. Oh wait, hold on one second. Let's see if there's something else coming in. It doesn't look like anything different. Okay. Hold on a second, I gotta check something. More of the same various species. I see mallards and some pintails, some American crows. Okay, let's keep going. That guy was driving too fast for this area. Period. The same again. Maybe a better look. Hold on. Let's see if we might get a better look at a canvasback or two. They're a little closer. We just back up and male just dove, and looks like there might be some redheads there also. Widgeons. I show live. I show live. I was showing live, but I did a soft restart anyway. Let me see if we're live or not. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we're live. Okay. I'm fine. I know the case. We're live. Yes, I know. So there we have, it's good to see the size compare. Oh, hold on. Red-tailed hawk. And continuing to fly away. So I just saw a red-tailed hawk. It looked like a juvenile, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it was good to see the size comparison. Of course, the hawk distracted me, but we were going to see right near each other mallards and some canvasbacks. Let me see if we can get back to them. It's good because, you know, you might know what a mallard, you know, is in terms of its size and everything. And you can see there's some mallards, and then that's a female canvasback right there. Mallards are larger, especially the males. That's a scaup there. You can see the white side as opposed to just a point. That's those redheads, I think. Okay. So, my hands are getting cold. I'm going to look at something. Well, there's a grouping, we've got a sign in the way. There's the grouping, this larger, or, you know, concentration here. Yeah, there. And then farther out, what's farther out? It's getting hard to use the scope because the snow is making it slippery. Maybe more of the same sort of thing. I believe so. Okay. All right, let's move on. I'm going to leave this camera in place. Hold on. There are some swans, but hold on, let's look down here very quickly. See some ringneck ducks, more of them. I can't turn the thing. It's between my cold hands and the fact that it's slippery and wet. Mallards, ringneck ducks. I see 3 tundra swans in the air. And they're talking as they fly. Can't get them now, their trees are in the way. Alright, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to bring in the car. You know what? Let me switch cameras. Hold on. Let me switch cameras. I don't know what those are. As I said, I mean, the visibility is not great. You can see. Some Canada geese. It looks like the swans, some more swans are in the air. Let's just take a quick look at a few swans from here. Those are ring-necked ducks near them. And we also have some Canada geese swimming into view now. Farther out, oh, come on. Looks like more scops are out there. Swans here and there. A few more ring-necked ducks and a American legend. Second. In the air, I see. Looks like maybe I don't know if it's the same one, but it looked like a northern harrier again. more tundra swans and a Canada goose with them. I don't know if you enjoy all this or not. I do. I just find it's, you know, it's something different to see. We don't normally see this this sort of thing in the summer, for instance. For one thing, and you know, there's species that we generally might not see in the summer, but. And also, just in this, we have no reason to even come here, really, in these particular locations in the summer. Let's just take a quick look from here again. Seems to be spread out, but a fair number of birds out here. Those look like tundras. Sound like tundras. Redhead. Looks like redheads and canvasback. Again, I apologize for the poor video quality, but there's not much I can do about it. Okay, let's keep going. It's difficult to see this. I wonder if we should just take a break now and head to Ithaca. I'm just wondering if, for instance, we might see something else, like maybe, you know, possibility of a mute swan or something like that. So that's why I'm continuing to check in these various areas. You never know. American black ducks. Seems like in the distance again we continue with the same sorts of duck species. There's a ring-necked duck, and you know, the occasional, maybe closer tundra swan. We'll go just a little bit further, and we'll see how it goes. But we'll probably end up stopping at once we reach that usual point where this road leads right back up onto you know, onto the highway. A lot of gulls down below. Oh, what's that? Some ringbills, but I believe I saw something else. Was it maybe a herring? I don't know if I saw one or not. They might be herring. And these are ring-billed, I believe. there's a car behind us, so we have to move. Oh, they're taking off. Okay, let's go. I know many people don't care for gulls, and sure, if they're at the beach and the gulls are persistently harassing you, trying to get food or whatever, I can understand, you know, being frustrated with them at the very least, irritated, whatever. But I like gulls, but then again, I never go to the beach. Some more swans farther out, but nothing close. Oh, more swans up ahead. Hold on one second. Might not be able to see them well from here. Let's take a look from here anyway, just because, in case we don't have a good view of them. I think we will, but in case we don't have any kind of a decent view up ahead. Okay, I can't see much more because of the trees. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Let's move on. Looks like more swans, not quite, well, there's some numbers here and there. Just take a look. And who knows what's out there. Probably more of the same, but I don't know that for a fact. And the visibility is very poor. I'm going to take a quick, hold on. Okay, let me look with binoculars and see if maybe I can figure out what's out there. And I don't know if we'd have, well, let's move ahead. Maybe we'll have a chance to see what's there. Hear some tundra swan vocalizations right now. As I've said before, I've come to really enjoy the tundra swans because of those vocalizations. All right, just a quick look here. Aha, I know what's going on. See, we've got some mergansers there. And sometimes it seems like, to me, that the gulls will go after the mergansers. I don't know if they're going after the mergansers themselves or if they're just trying to get any food that the mergansers have. I think that it's the latter. So we've got some common mergansers here. Hold on a second. Yes, I don't see. I thought I might have seen something else, but oh, did I just hear a gadwall? Maybe. I'm pretty sure I'm hearing a gadwall somewhere. And of course we're hearing tundra swans. There might be some pintails out there. I'm hearing at least a couple gadwalls. Oh, eagle. Okay, the eagle is right in this one of these trees. Let's see if we can get it into view. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to try to switch cameras. It's a sharp angle, but I'd like to see that eagle a little bit more closely. If possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Stupid seatbelt. So the eagle, the bald eagle, is just looking over things, and we're going to move back down to the water in a moment, I think. most of the swans that have vocalized are, I believe, out of our view right now. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Not now, okay? Hold on. I know. Sorry, I know. Okay, one quick look at what's out there. Just want to see if there are any different species. Okay, hold on. Just a quick look to see if there are any other species out there. I'm going to look with binoculars quickly. 1 second. Some American black ducks. So we've been seeing a lot of common mergansers, but there are also other species. Mostly the species we've been seeing right along. Okay. And actually, let me switch cameras. So, hold on. Some people just can't figure anything out. Just want to give you a quick look at, just the extent of things. Oh, what's that? Interesting. Another northern harrier. Well, it could be the same one we've seen before, but anyway, overall, there are quite a few birds out there. They're mostly, for the most part, they're too far away to really, look at, between the visibility issues and the distance. You have to understand, I'm trying to show you as much as I can. And not necessarily every bird, but I mean, as we drive along here, there are different situations, different groupings of birds, etc. And yes, I know we want to get to Ithaca, but we're seeing birds, so I mean, that's what we're here for. Okay, we're near the highway anyway, so we'll part company for a while. We'll take a break, and I'll get to Ithaca as quickly as I can and get set up. Let's say roughly 4:45 to 5. Okay, everybody? 4:45 to 5. Just want to make sure you receive the message. Okay, you got it. I had to get set up, but I believe, yes, I see a hawk on top of Bradfield. Looks like Arthur. Let's see if we can go look at him a bit. He's on Bradfield near the throne, but not on the throne. He's on the building itself. Rattling. Let's take a look at him from here. Come on. That's a water. While you're looking at him, I'm going to untangle some wires, if I can. So again, he's up on top of Bradfield. I haven't seen anyone else yet, and you know, I don't know what else is going on. We've just arrived here on campus. As I said, it's 30 degrees. I just saw some small bird fly through. I can't see what it is now. There we go. This is Arthur. Sorry, not Wink. Sorry. No. Oh, okay, he took off, and I can't see him now. Okay, let's. I have not seen him since he left, so I wonder if he just simply went to the other side of the building, possibly. Oh, I see him. I think I see him. Hold on. Oh, no. Can't see him now. That may have been him circling back into my view. I'm not sure. I can't tell. And now out of my view. Hold on. Okay, no, that was a gull that flew back into my view. Okay, so let's go to the other side of the building and see if maybe he's there by any chance. Because I didn't happen to see him. After he took off, I did not see him, on either side of the building. The building remained blocking my view the entire time. Now, I don't know. No, I don't see him now. He took off. The building, he never like veered to one side or the other of the building. So the building blocked my view the entire time. And I don't know where he might be now. Okay, let's look around because we don't know where he is. So I'm not going to assume that he's right there. Although somehow I don't know. I'll tell you, when I shut everything down, it was snowing, and I thought, we may skip Sapsucker today, and that still may happen, depending on what we see and when we see it here on the campus. But then, as I made my way here, not that it's clear skies, but there's, I see a number of gulls in the air. It's clearly not snowing like it was further north. At least not yet. A lot of school buses in the parking lot to our left. Not as many as there were a few weeks ago. my concern with sapsucker is just that, you know, depending on conditions there, we might go there and see very, very little. I don't know what the pond looks like, if it's frozen or not. You know, last week it had some nice areas that were open, and you know, there was some nice Canada goose activity. Today, I don't know what it looks like right now. Stop here and look around a bit. So anyway, my thinking was might as well come here to the campus first, have a look around for our friends, and you know, and we'll see if there's time. We'll I don't want to go that way. If there's time, we will you know, go to Sapsucker, maybe walk around. I don't know if that would be time well spent or not. Oh, we could have gone that way. I think I see a little bit of blue in the sky, to, you know, kind of behind us right now. Just a, you know, not a deep blue, but there's a little bit of blue. Looks like it won't be here with us for long. It's kind of overhead right now, and everywhere else it's cloudy. Hold on a second. I see some starlings. Starlings. Maybe some more starlings. Looks of it. And a few more starlings. Looks like there's a lot of quite a few cars in here. I think I'm going to turn around here. I don't see anybody up there anyway. Well, you know what? I'll turn around in my usual spot. Oh, you know what? No, let's turn around right here. No, I don't see anybody up there anyway. Certainly haven't had much luck in this parking lot lately. We don't want to hear this. I just haven't seen much here in a while. I think we're probably going to skip Sapsucker. It is getting dark now, so we'll stay on the campus. We'll continue looking. I suspect it's a little late to go to Sapsucker anyway, even though there's light. It's just, you know, the kind of day when everybody settles down early. There seems to be a lot less snow on the ground now here than there was in Montezuma. I had forgotten how much I like that song. That was Above the Clouds by Brian Simpson, if you were wondering. you know, Arthur's a beautiful hawk and everything, but he's awfully sneaky. Oops. Sorry. Messed up. I didn't need to do that. Oh well, we'll start from the beginning. Looks like Beebe Lake is largely, maybe entirely, almost entirely covered with ice. There's some open areas, but not seeing any activity down there. Some open patches, but it's, at least on this end, mostly covered with at least some ice. Oh, I see some Canada geese down there. I'm still thinking about maybe possibly going to Sapsucker. We may not even walk around, but just to see what things look like. But I don't know. I think even by the time we get, even if we were to arrive there in one instant, it might be kind of quiet just because it's late in the day. As I drove back, hold on a second. I see a hawk. As I drove back, well, I don't know if this is the way to go. Let's turn around. Step right here. Let's take a quick look. And I don't know for certain, but that might be Big Red. Let's go see if we can find her. Anyway, as I drove back, I did see... Did she take off? I did see some red-tailed hawks here and there. I saw at least 3. See, two Canada geese, by the way, just right now flying by. Wouldn't be surprised if they left Beebe Lake, given their trajectory. Come on, Light, let's go. I'm not sure if that was big red or not. Maybe we should have used the other camera from there just to get a quick look. That might have been a good idea, actually. And hopefully whoever that was, hopefully is still there. You can see, I believe, some pigeons. If we do get a look, this will be a steep angle view. Can't tell if that hawk is... Yes, the hawk is still there, whoever it is. We're going deliberately farther away now to help improve the angle. Let's... do this. 1 second. Okay, we can't stay here long, especially if another vehicle comes along, but let's take a look while we... Oh, no, just one vehicle, just one hawk up there. For a second I thought there might be 2. I think this vehicle can... Hold on. Well, let's leave it here. We'll have to deal with some branches on the way. Let's see it. Is this big red? I don't think so. I think it's a juvenile. Hey. Good to see you. Whoever you are, good to see you. Now, unfortunately, I'm not sure I can get this beautiful hawk from a different angle or not. We can try. We'll see what we can do. See a few Canada geese flying overhead. Like same Toyota that we had to move. Okay, I've got to go. Be right with you. Okay. So that was a juvenile. Honestly, I can't remember the name of that building. It's on the Arts Quad. It's one of the, I think it's one of the oldest buildings on campus, if I recall correctly. But we're going to continue the search for our beautiful hawks. I hope that, you know, if you're looking to identify whoever that was, I hope you can now identify whoever that was. Hold on a second. How did that happen? Bye, baby. Take good care of yourself. Good to see one of the juveniles. Oops, wrong way. That was a nice. That bus just pulled right out. Well, it's now not snowing heavily, but it is snowing here, and it's completely clouded over. Unsurprising, but we'll make the best of whatever light we have left. No, we don't want to hear this. Definitely don't want to hear that. Or that. Or that. No. Yeah, why not? I used to play, you know, rock and pop music as well as jazz, and I kind of stay away from it now because it seemed like we had more issues with the music labels objecting. So I kind of stayed towards a jazz playlist. If you're wondering. You know, I can't say that this you know, bit of snow and cloudiness reached Sapsucker, but if we had gone there when I last mentioned it, we'd be walking around in this. I'm glad we didn't go. See some Canada geese in the air. Even last week when we went to Sapsucker, let's face it, I loved the Canada goose activity, but we didn't see much else really. It was pretty quiet. Hold on a second. has that car pulled over? Okay. Didn't look like they were looking at any birds.
Shouldn't have taken this turn. Sorry. We're almost done for the day anyway, I think. We're not seeing anybody. Although it was nice to see a couple hawks. Would like to see Big Red, but maybe that's not going to happen today. A lot of Canada geese in the air right now, all of a sudden. Let's see if I can... Wow, a lot of noise coming from plant science, just the building itself. Now we just heard this a couple weeks ago. This will be the last song I think we hear today. More than likely. Wish we had seen more today, but we did see some nice things. Nothing out of the ordinary. But I think, considering the weather, I think we did all right. As I had indicated earlier, I wonder if you enjoy those stops along Cayuga Lake as much as I do. I don't know. But to me, it's worthwhile. You never know what species you might see, and we've been lucky to see a nice variety of waterfowl. And today we also saw, a northern harrier, the only northern harrier we saw, I think, unless there were two of them. But had a nice look at a bald eagle. So, in addition to the waterfowl, so even with some poor visibility, I managed to enjoy that. And the day started out, I felt quite quietly. I mean, I'm talking even before I started up the stream. Just from home, things seemed quiet. And as I had indicated, I hadn't seen my own neighboring red-tailed hawks. Oh, hold on. No hawk, but I see again. I wonder if this is a migrating flock. That seems too large to be just the normal flock you might see in, land coming in for Beebe Lake. Okay, here they come into view again, I think. Hold on.
Okay, I mean, they're quite distant, but that's my guess. You know what? I failed to mention. It may have been last night or the night before. One second. It was either last night or the night before that I was inside and I could hear, through the window, some, Canada geese, and I never saw them because it was already dark. But I walked out and I could hear them definitely, and it just had me thinking that they were a migrating flock. I could be wrong. It might have been that they were just in a nearby area and heading to a roosting spot. That's very well, that could very well be what was happening. But it just had me thinking that's what was going on. Again, I never saw them. So this will be the last song. Look in some directions, it's not that dark yet. Makes me want to keep looking around. I'm dancing.
Well, everybody, I think we might as well call it a day. I apologize for not finding Big Red. I hope you've enjoyed the day. Sorry we didn't see more, and sorry we didn't go to Sapsuck. But I tried. But I think we're essentially out of time, even though there's still a little bit of light left. It's getting to be unfriendly in terms of darkness and in terms of weather. Not that it's really, really bad, but it's the kind of thing where I think birds say, okay, it's time to head to bed. So I want to wish you all well. We'll see what the weather will be like in the coming days. I mean, it's the end of February now, and we'll soon be into March, obviously. Exciting time of year in many ways. But it's time for me to head home right now. So everyone, I want to wish you all well. Have a good week, and of course a good night as well. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.